I have another theory whereby Mark Zuckerberg is actually a retrovirus from the 90s reincarnated in a human being that's working to bring about a dystopic future. Of course, I don't have any proof for that, and I think I was quite drunk when I came up with it. So the only evidence that I do have are his words, and today we're gonna review them. We're gonna take a look at the keynote presentation that he's prepared a little while ago. Just the most important points, not all the fluff. Oh, he's just come out of standby.
Welcome to Connect. Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse. And you're going to be able to do almost anything you can imagine. Get together with friends and family, work, learn, play, shop, create, as well as entirely new categories that don't really fit how we think about computers or phones today. Now, since we're doing this remotely
Now, I don't have a problem with the idea of a metaverse. You know, technically there's nothing wrong with what Zuckerberg's saying there. It's just that I don't think Facebook or Apple or Google should build it. I think as part of a Web3 idea or concept, it should be decentralized. And I just don't think that they can deliver on this. Well, they definitely cannot deliver on this. They're not going to create a DAO just to build the metaverse. It's still going to be about data mining and monetization and profits, right? So that's big part of the problem.
I figured, let's make this special. When you play a game with your friends, you'll feel like you're right there together in a different world, not just on your computer by yourself. And when you're in a meeting in the metaverse, it'll feel like you're right in the room together, making eye contact, having a shared sense of space, and not just looking at a grid of faces.
I mean, they've done some really good stuff with the CGI there. Is that the real Zuckerberg? Is that the person, or is that the AI playing to be him? You see, again, I think the idea itself is really cool. I like the concept of the metaverse, but don't just let's not have Facebook build it. Let's just not have Facebook build it.
That's what we mean by an embodied internet. Instead of looking at a screen, you're going to be in these experiences. Everything we do online today, connecting socially, entertainment, games, work, is going to be more natural and vivid. This isn't about spending more time on screens. It's about making the time.
It's about making more money with the time that you spend on screens for Facebook.
And better. Screens just can't convey the full range of human expression and connection. They can't deliver that deep feeling of presence. But the next version of the internet can. That's what we should be working towards. Technology that's built around people.
Okay, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit here because he just keeps talking about the concept of the metaverse, which we've already covered. So I'm just gonna move on to the more interesting bits for you guys. This is just covering the entertainment bit.
Imagine your best friend is at a concert somewhere across the world.
I never had a call.
Yo.
You're here.
Wait, was that a square guitar? That is a square guitar. Nice. Again, you see, the idea here is cool, but then what you're getting is just a prototype. Is just a prototype and some CGIs to make it look like they will indeed build something like this. Now, the amount of tech that we're gonna need to create holograms and then to get the holograms to see in first person, for you to see through the eyes of the hologram, and then to have holographic. This is not metaverse, that is not virtual, this is AR right now. It's a cool concept. It's very far away from reality, so this is going a bit into over-promising and under-delivering.
After party passes? Yes.
I want you to tell it like it is. Love how you live. When you're doing what you do, just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth about your taxes, Facebook. Just tell the truth about how you collect data and how you mine data. Just tell the truth. The clue's in your video.
Jumping in now.
What if there was an after party that anyone could go to, no matter where they were?
This is wild.
I mean, this is what you have right now available on Decentraland or Axie Infinity. Even Second Life that came out in 2003 or 2004, if I'm not mistaken. So this is not breakthrough in any way.
Hey, check this out. Charity auction happening. Oh, there's swag.
And when you
Again, you can buy these on Decentraland using ETH. I think it's mainly ETH. I don't think it's other cryptocurrencies.
after party, you could connect with other fans, hear new versions of your favorite songs, and check out the merch that just dropped.
Ooh, I like that one.
Well, now you've got to get it.
You can start to see how the metaverse is going to enable richer experiences by letting us add new layers.
I can see how the metaverse is going to enable Facebook to have more control over the internet, which is what I'm really against. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next bit.
And let people interact with them. And rather than just simple visual effects, new creator capabilities will support 3D objects that can respond and react realistically, including a realistic sense of depth and occlusion.
You know, this kind of reminds me of those behind-the-scenes videos where people show how advertising works in the food industry, like how mustard is not mustard, but it's actually acrylic paint and stuff. There's nothing to support this now. It's not even a proof of concept. It's just a concept. So don't get too excited about it.
In the next year, we're also adding the ability for creators to connect different physical locations into cohesive augmented reality storytelling experiences, like guided tours or scavenger hunts. We're also building a Horizon marketplace, where creators can sell and share 3D digital items. And
Now, if you're looking for a marketplace where you can buy and sell digital items that you create or that someone else creates, check out Decentraland. They have a metaverse, and it's a decentralized version of what Facebook's trying so hard to build. The only downside of it is that you don't have the VR interface or the AR interface. But if you're talking about marketplaces, peer-to-peer, fair, decentralized marketplaces, we're already miles ahead where Facebook's trying to be now.
hope is that this will enable a lot more commerce and help grow the overall metaverse economy. Because at the end of the day, it is really the creators and developers who are going to build the metaverse and make this real.
We're just gonna take a cut and monetize their data.
And to make sure that there's an ecosystem that can sustain hundreds of thousands of people working on this, which is what we're going to need to bring this to life, then it's critical that creators and developers can make a good living doing this work. Now, if you ask people today what they thought the metaverse was, a lot of people would probably say it was a Spider-Man movie.
That is an insult. I feel insulted, Zuckerberg. Please take that back.
But the people who actually follow the space would say it's about gaming. And
I wouldn't say the metaverse is about gaming. The first concept of the metaverse that we had in real life was Second Life that was mentioned a while ago. It was since 2003 with us, so there was no gaming elements in Second Life. It was just sort of living within the digital world, and that's what I think the metaverse is about. I know it's an intro into his gaming spiel, but like the metaverse is not about gaming, or not just about gaming.
that's because gaming provides many of the most immersive experiences, and it is the biggest entertainment industry by far. Gaming in
How
the
about
metaverse
porn?
is going to span from immersive
Entertainment
experiences,
industry.
fantasy worlds, to bringing simple games into our everyday lives through holograms. Maybe you'll play old games in new ways.
So, Barcelona, huh?
Well, it's not New York, but I like it.
New York misses you.
Oh, that's a blunder. He made a blunder.
Let me put my game face on so I can beat you.
Ah, okay.
Okay, we're gonna jump
Check.
ahead again now. Was that the real one? Was that the real Zuckerberg, or was that a clone? Someone tell me in the comments, please.
Hey Mark, down for a VR foiling sesh?
Now this is more my style.
Classic look. All right, nice. Oh, nice choice, Mark. Ready to shred. All right, here we go.
Whoa.
Whoa, hang in there, Mark.
That's not good.
Hit this section, Phil.
Alright, you see like the whole intro that is did about, oh, most people think the metaverse is about gaming. Well, there's no gaming in the metaverse because it's supposed to be an open world, right? This is nothing more but a glorified version of the Oculus Rift that is trying to connect socially. In my view, it can be part of a metaverse, but it is not the metaverse. If, let's say, you can walk to this beach and have this experience, then yeah, it's maybe an organic part of the metaverse. But if you just go in a lobby, how is that different from Call of Duty or any other online game with a VR element added to it, like the surfing here?
Now Deb from our studios team is joining me. Deb, do you want to take us through some of the exciting games in the pipeline for Quest?
Absolutely.
That's some unnatural excitement right there.
Over the years, we've had the opportunity to work with incredible developers like Vertigo Games, the studio behind fan favorite Arizona Sunshine.
I love Arizona Sunshine. That game basically got me and my friends through the first few months of the pandemic.
That's awesome. If you enjoyed that, Mark, I think you'll be excited
This is probably the most awkward stage conversation that I've seen in recent history, not gonna lie.
that we're partnering with Vertigo on 5 more great games from Deep Silver and others. We'll share more about this lineup very soon.
Nice. What else is coming?
Well, the metaverse is constantly evolving. So one of the most important aspects will be live service games that launch updates and new downloadable content regularly, like Echo VR, Beat Saber, Onward, Pistol Whip, and more. We're focused on this a lot right now, making sure games can build out active communities. Beat Saber has a passionate community.
Oh, I love Beat Saber.
So do
I'm
I.
sure he
and
does,
Beat Saber just
if you know what I
passed
mean.
$100 million in lifetime revenue on Quest alone.
It's a
That's a great example of a game that keeps releasing fresh content. They've actually been working on evolving the way that you interact with the tracks and feel the music. Also, the team has been working on something really cool. Check this out. I can't wait to play this.
That was not cut. That was literally all that was shown in the actual live keynote presentation. I don't get the point. I didn't see anything. What is Beat Saber? Tell me Facebook, what is Beat Saber? I want to know. I need to know. We're gonna skip ahead again.
And one example that we are seeing take off
Oh, I should mention this section is about fitness and sport in VR.
is fitness. And speaking of that, I think it's time for my workout. A lot of you are already using Quest to stay fit. It lets you work out in some
God, it doesn't look human, I swear. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
completely new ways. It's kind of like a Peloton, but instead of a bike, you just have your VR headset, and with it, you can do anything from boxing lessons to sword fighting to even dancing.
Oh, boss fight phase 2. If you've played Dark Souls, you know.
Maybe you'll get some friends together for some 3-on-3.
Alright, you know, like, it's cool. I like the idea. But you know, techie part of me thinks it's really interesting. And then the other, more rational side of me gets all conflicted because it's Facebook who does this, you know. Yeah. Let's skip ahead. Let's jump ahead again, shall we?
Boz is going to join us to talk about what people are already building for the metaverse and what kinds of tools we can create to help out. Hey, Boz.
There's proper Star Trek stuff going on there.
Still kind of jealous of your robot avatar.
Yeah, man, you gotta have the robot when you're working your dance moves, right?
I mean, of course.
Look, Mark, we've been working on Facebook Reality Labs for a long time, but we always kept the same vision, which is that we want to build tools that help people feel connected anytime, anywhere. And that vision is what drives us today, to help people get together in virtual spaces. We've come a long way since the early days of
I like how Zuckerberg's just looking at him as him. Are you gonna say what I told you to say, or am I gonna fire you tonight? Yeah, you're doing well. I've brainwashed you, right.
VR, thanks to the developers and the creators who see the potential to entertain and to educate. But of course, we still have a lot farther to go. So to keep the pace of innovation moving faster and empower more use cases, we do have a few exciting announcements.
Today, we're introducing the Presence platform, which is
Ah, you forgot to mention the Presence platform, didn't you? Let me tell you.
is a broad range of machine perception and AI capabilities that empower developers to build mixed reality experiences on Quest 2.
In fact, let's start with hands. I mean, the human hand is an engineering marvel, and bringing hands into VR was no easy feat. It required a lot of collaboration against product, design, research, but we continue to improve that product, finding new ways to navigate with gestures and interact with VR.
Introducing hands.
So today, we're introducing the Interaction SDK, a library of modular components that will make it easy to add hand interactions to your apps.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, that is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. As a developer, I do like that.
We really think that this is going to help people accelerate the build time for new and existing titles that allow people to use their hands more naturally in more virtual experiences. Now, in addition to hands, there's another exciting interaction space for VR. That's your voice. The Voice SDK lets developers integrate voice input into their games and apps so they can create new gameplay and navigation. So soon, you'll be able to jump into a FitXR workout and shake up your routine just by saying, "Surprise me."
Alright, so for those interested in the tech side of the Metaverse keynote, that happens at around 47 minutes. So if you want to hear more about it, just go there and start listening from from 45 minutes actually. I'm gonna jump ahead into the actual sort of idealistic promises of the Facebook Metaverse. So let's jump towards the end when Mark Zuckerberg makes his statement.
This is some of the most exciting stuff that I've ever gotten to work on. And I'm just incredibly energized to be on this journey with all of you.
Like the Duracell bunny?
And there's one more thing that I want to tell you about today.
Come with me. Come to the secret room. I'll tell you, just for you, this one.
I believe the metaverse is the next chapter for the internet. And it's the next chapter for our company too. So I've been thinking a lot about what this means for our company and who we are as we embark on this journey.
Okay, right. So this is where we get into the actual meat of it, where it starts talking a little bit about Web3 and Facebook's role within Web3. And I think that's where me and Meta are kind of conflicted, because Web3 should not be able to accommodate someone like Meta who just keeps growing and growing and growing unchecked.
We're a company that focuses on connecting people. While most other tech companies focus on how people interact with technology, we focus on building technology so people can interact with each other.
So, mobile phones, telecommunication devices, satellites, internet service providers, all of these connect people together.
One of the reasons I started Facebook was that at the time you could use the internet to find almost anything. Information, news, movies, music, shopping, except for the thing that matters most of all, people.
On that, wasn't Facebook actually created so that you can rate college girls whether they were hot or not, 1 out of 10 or something like that? Zach, are you lying to us?
Today, we are seen as a social media company. But in our DNA, we are a company that builds technology to connect people.
And just suck as much data as we can out of you guys.
And the metaverse is the next frontier, just like social networking was when we got started. It was always clear that the dream was to feel present with the people we care about. Isn't that the ultimate promise of technology?
That's actually a good question, and I would like us to kind of discuss this in the comments below. If you've been sticking around to the end of the video, that's cool, means you're really keen on this kind of thing. Is the ultimate goal of technology to create a one-to-one connection with people irrespective of where they are? I'd like to hear your point of view on that one. I'm genuinely curious.
Here we are in 2021, and our devices are still designed around apps, not people. The experiences we're allowed to build and use are more tightly controlled than ever. And high taxes on creative new ideas are stifling.
Funny that you should bring the taxes conversation in the topic, Zuckerberg. Did you guys know that not this year, but last year, Facebook ended up paying 28.5 million in taxes in the UK for over 1 billion in profit?
This is not the way that we are meant to use technology. The metaverse gives us an opportunity to change that if we build it well. But it's going to take all of us. Creators, developers, companies.
We're just going to employ the whole population of Earth to build our metaverse. There's no other metaverses. Forget about blockchain, forget about Decentraland, forget about Web3. We're just going to get all 7 billion of you to somehow engage one way or another with this metaverse. And what we can't monetize, we're going to extinguish. That's the real hardcore fact of this. It's just monetizing consumers, maximizing the monetization for consumers. I think there was an article that got leaked recently on Facebook, and how Facebook actually had this strategy how to monetize children, because apparently in Facebook's eyes, children are untapped resource. Now, with this kind of mentality, I'm not gonna buy, and you're not gonna see me on the Facebook metaverse anytime soon. Probably ever.
Of all sizes. Together, we can finally put people at the center of our technology.
Well, no we won't, because we have bigger goals for the people rather than to put them at the center of our technology and make them happy. We want to actually monetize their data until the end of time.
And deliver an experience where we are present with each other. Together, we can create a more open platform with more ways.
Okay, so he just goes on to explain how this metaverse is for everyone and how everyone should jump on board the Facebook metaverse. I hope that some of the things that I have said in this video, especially towards the beginning of the video where I mentioned the actual ideological, paradoxical challenges of Facebook building the metaverse, makes this not as exciting as the video is. I know the video tries to make it all cool. It's just not so, and it is centralized. So yeah, there you have it. Well, that's all we got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and maybe leave a comment down below. If you want to find out more about the real metaverse, I made a video here that you can check out, and kind of it brings everything together and makes you understand philosophically why it's super ironic that Facebook's just pushing so hard to build this.